Hello folks, Jack here from PRS Guitars and joined by the wonderful Greg once again, who you'll remember from a previous focus on Schecter guitars. But today, as you'll have seen from the video title, I want to see just what £500 or thereabouts can get you these days. And it doesn't really get you a lot, does it? In the general world. I mean, does it get an evening with you, for example?
Multiple evenings.
Yeah. Oh, it does?
I mean,
okay.
that's like a week.
You know, subject to inflation and whatnot. But either way, in terms of the guitar world, we kind of associate now that that's not even a figure that we think about. We just got this kind of astronomical vision of guitars being in the thousands of pounds, especially when it comes to being associated with brands like Paul Reed Smith.
Oh, yeah.
You know, very high-end, very highly revered brand. But the question remains, and obviously this is something that for people looking for their first guitar, or for people looking for their first foray into a particular brand or a type of guitar.
First foray.
Oh, that's why Greg's here. Yeah, so essentially, this is kind of a comfortable price point for a lot of people. So what we wanted to do was just pull out 4 guitars from PRS today that cover a fair different degree of tones. So we're going to have the SE 245, which is what Greg's holding. I've got this cool Starler as well, which I think this is the least expensive PRS guitar we currently have for sale. And we've also got a couple of standard 24s as well. So we're kind of not going to delve too deeply into the specifics of each guitar, but I just want to kind of broaden out your ideas maybe about what £500 or thereabouts actually gets you.
It gets you a serious guitar, I think, nowadays.
Yes,
and there's a lot of choice. When you look at this, I mean, I know specs are boring.
Do it. Speccos.
When you just look at the bridge that they use, and I don't know if they use the same bridge on the little.
So we got more of the traditional like Tune-o-matic
style.
Yeah.
But this little bridge on here has got little brass inserts and it's fully adjustable, so you can intonate it a little bit better.
Yeah.
The pickups are, I guess, an made in Korea maybe version of the USA pickups that they put in the full fat models. Decent timbers, mahoganies, cool bound fretboard. Still got the birds, which are really good birds. You actually get good birds. You actually get, I mean, a shed load of money, a shed load of guitar for the money.
Said money.
Yeah,
yeah,
you really do.
I mean, I remember when I was younger, I remember being obsessed with these guitars.
I mean, when you were younger?
Well,
you still are younger.
There's always been times I've been younger, but I remember being obsessed with these exact guitars because I remember thinking they're so good for the money. They feel great.
Yeah, they do.
You know, and even if you decided to change the pickups or whatever, you're still within a very affordable sphere of you know, guitar expenditure.
These probably do fall into that category of your modders guitar as well, because people get them and put fancy pickups in them, you know, maybe upgrade switches and machine heads and stuff, and as it is, it's great.
Not to say that you have to,
no,
but if you're that way inclined, then you know, this is a very, very good platform on which to do it. But part of the reason we wanted to make this video as well is that we've got these very cool deals at the moment with these guitars, where these are slightly older stock, but they're basically box fresh out of the warehouse, and we're one of the only dealers to have been able to secure this stock. So what you're getting here are very good discounted prices on various different models of guitars. They're not all going to be in this video, but they will all be on our website. You're getting discounts on guitars that are basically just slightly older specs, but still brand new guitars. That's how I understand it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I don't quite know. Well, I don't even know why we're doing it, because I mean, it's, you know,
What, the video?
No, not
the business.
But these, as a deal, is fantastic, and it's kind of a bit daft because you can't get. I don't think you can get them anywhere. And I don't know how much difference there is on the current version of this, or whatever the equivalent model.
Yeah.
It's just like for the standards at that price. It's just insane. There's
probably nothing in it really if you are a modder.
Yeah.
Like you said, you know, if you're going to do that anyway, apart from some different finishes, you know, you're getting an awful lot out of these guitars, and then if you are going to tweak stuff on them anyway, you've saved yourself some dollar.
Should we hear that one? Yeah,
so
more jangle.
This is the one to me that's always stood out as being the genuine bargain from PRS, because we've seen these for a little while now, and if you go on our website, you'll be greeted with a whole horde of these things. You can individually choose your guitar by the serial number and the weight and so on. So just while I get this in tune, I'll just explain briefly that the Starler is a very cool model that you don't see too often, kind of distilled down. You saw it mostly in the S2 lineup, which was the American-made line of guitars, still is. And it also went along with its sibling, the Mira, or the Myra, which is another one, quite a cool retro design. But the Starler sits somewhere between that guitar and the one that you're holding, a standard single cut.
So you get the kind of the heft with the jangle. Does that make sense?
Yeah, hefty jangle.
Yeah.
My favourite folk singer.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really nice slab of mahogany, same as that. That obviously looks a little bit more premium with the flamey veneer top, but considerably cheaper actually, this guitar. And I think it still looks really good. It feels really, really good. You've got that nice glossy feel to the neck, which not everybody likes, but I personally think that on more affordable guitars, it's a nice thing to have.
Frettings are nicely finished as well.
Yeah, very, very smooth.
Yeah.
All of these guitars, by the way, came straight out of their cases from the warehouse. No tweaking was done, no setups, no nothing. The stuff that you would get if you actually buy the guitars, but we're just doing this really by the seat of our pants.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I haven't even plugged this guitar in yet. Let's see what it sounds like.
Jangle.
Yeah, very jangly actually.
Yeah.
So these pickups I think are called, they're DS02s or something like that. You only really see these on this model. And I had this impression of them as being very high output.
No, they're quite open sounding, aren't they?
Shrill, high gain sounding pickups. They don't have that at all. Obviously, if I do then put on some distortion, they will deliver that as well. So
heft.
Yeah, there's the heft. We had the jangle, there's the heft. So different takes on a very similar kind of theme. And once again, we're comfortably under 500 quid.
Yeah.
So, and you've got, you know, obviously wiggle room there if you do want to make any changes to the guitars, but...
You don't, well, you don't need to.
No,
you know,
you don't.
What I only meant people do buy, you know, you get people who buy Squires and stuff and do stuff to them, and this is that kind of, that was what I was alluding to. You could do stuff to it. You don't look at the bridge. Look at the pickups, sound great. They don't sound really compressed and squishy and horrible. They actually sound quite nice and open. They sound fantastic.
Yeah, they do. And the other thing I really like about these is that apart from the SE on the headstock, which is hardly noticeable to be honest, these don't look or feel necessarily like a compromise, you know, like you bought these because you couldn't afford the American guitars or something. These are quality guitars in their own right, and they stand up in their own way. Yep. You know, you get really nice gig bag with all these guitars, really quality package, and it isn't like you've skimped. Obviously, it is less expensive, but in far less obvious ways than perhaps some other brands that have more affordable and more expensive product lines. Not naming any names. No,
but they do punch significantly above their weight and price ticket, don't they? They're finished well. There's no, I mean, you look at the fin. There's nothing wrong with the finish.
Yeah.
The hardware's brilliant. The electronics are great. I'm gonna keep going on about that.
You like that bridge?
That bridge is brilliant. Yeah. With the brass insets, it's really, really good. Heaps of guitar for the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And really consistent as well throughout the whole range and all the different models.
Yeah. And it's just, you know, people have this horrible impression that PRS is all about, you hear this term blues lawyer. Have you ever heard this term?
Yeah.
Yes, very derogatory indeed.
Yeah.
And I can see why people maybe have that kind of association. But when you look at guitars like this, which are way at the bottom of the price list of things that we and any other music retailer sell, from the same manufacturer with pretty much the same design ideologies and consistent quality, that throws that concept right out the window. You know, these are for players. Absolutely 100%. So these are the single cuts, but it wouldn't be complete if we didn't get a video with Greig in that didn't have a guitar with a tremolo on it. So
I've somehow got this reputation now.
Waggle boy. Waggle boy. Let's get the trems. Got a couple of other guitars here that fit a very different criteria, but same exact, build quality, same product line, same factory they're made in, and more importantly, pretty much the same price as well. So we've got a couple of these standard 24s. For anyone who's unsure, and I wasn't 100% sure on this, but I think that the only difference between standard and custom are basically the tops. Is that right? So with these standards, you've got a flat finish mahogany wood body, but everything else is the same as a custom, just aside from the flame.
Yeah, same pickups, same trem. Yeah, same.
Yep, same neck profile. Colours are different, obviously, and I happen to think these are two of the best looking PRS guitars.
I thought you were going to say staff members at Peach.
Well, that's for you to decide. But
another nice thing with these is they do the same thing again when you look at the USA guitars, and you look at the kind of their Asian counterparts. They are the bridges are the same, but produced in another factory. So they kind of go so far as to kind of essentially.
So it's the same exact spec.
Yeah,
in a sense,
just made with a more affordable kind of approach.
Grounds.
Yeah, and same with the pickups again as well. So they're the same kind of pickup, just made in a different factory.
Yeah, I think they're the 8515S or something along those lines, which is just basically the USA standard or custom pickup, as you say. So I've got this one plugged in first, and then Greig will play the orange one, but let's just hear some cleaner tones, and then I'll put on some filth. Performs like a PRS guitar.
Really cuts through, nice balanced, kind of not too woofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things. And this is what I love about the SEs, is that if you've never experienced a PRS before, with their unique, bang in the middle, 25-inch scale, all the other appointments that make a PRS exactly that, a PRS, you can do that for way less money than the S2s and the core lines and so on.
They do straddle that nice sort of space between your bolt-ons and your set neck guitars, where they kind of they've still, even though they are kind of glued in necks, they've got enough snap to them because of the scale length, and just maybe down to the whole design, I suppose. You just get more. You can cover a lot of ground for not a lot of money.
Indeed, and yeah, you're right. It's its own thing. It's not like it's a cheaper version of a core line guitar, in the same way that a CE24 with a bolt-on neck is intended to be a different tone and feel. Let's see how you get on.
This one will sound like the sun. The single coil tones are brilliant as well, aren't
Yeah.
they? They really do sound good. Get nice bound board, cool birds, wicked finish.
Yeah, yeah. Which are three of the best things you can say on any guitar themed video.
I mean, ultimately, unfortunately, most of us buy with our eyes, don't we?
Yeah.
So.
Which is not unfortunate in this case.
No.
I'm quite partial to this. I think just clean, simple guitars done well.
Yep.
There's no need for gimmicky finishes and stuff like that.
And that's not easy to do.
No, it's not.
When you strip back, you kind of laid. Everything else is kind of under the microscope, isn't it? It's laid bare, so they've got to get those simple fundamentals right, and they do.
They do indeed. So, we started this video by saying basically, what can you get for £500 these days, or thereabouts, and
loads.
The answer is loads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even within one brand.
Yep. 2
or 3 product lines essentially. And it's worth pointing out there's a whole heap more on our website. So if you click up in the corner up there, you'll be able to go and check out the full range of PRS SE guitars that we've got right now. Like I said, we've been quite lucky to secure these deals where certain guitars are here that you won't see anywhere else because they're, this cool warehouse stock, if you like, but they're all, pucker is the term I would use.
We don't ask where they come from.
No, only where they're going.
Yeah.
And that could be with you. So if you're interested in picking one of these guitars up for yourself, click the link in the description below, head to our website, and you can check out the full plethora of PRS products.
Pop your card details in.
Yeah, just tell us direct to our faces all the details. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, folks. Let us know what you think in the comments down below of these SE guitars, or do you think that there's a guitar that we're just completely omitting that's way better value for money? What would you choose to spend your 500-ish pounds on? Would it be one of these, or would it be something else? Let us know in the comments below. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Greg. Pleasure as always.
Welcome.
Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.